I had to wait till about 3, 4, 5 o'clock or whatever. And the reason why that is such a big window of what I said is because when I would get off work, I would be tired. Didn't feel like going to work out. Welcome to the Success Fitness Podcast. I am your host, Christian Evans. This podcast is for adults who want to achieve success in their fitness journey. And I'm going to help you do just that. But first, I have to ask you a few questions. Are you working out to lose weight? If so, when do you like to work out? Mornings or evenings? If you answered evenings, you may want to reconsider after listening to today's podcast because I'll share with you the best time of day to work out for weight loss. But first, a word from our sponsors. Are you looking for a personal trainer that will focus on you to help achieve success in your fitness journey? If yes, please book your in-person or Zoom one-on-one personal training sessions with me, Christian Evans, at christiansweightsuccess.net. Welcome back to today's podcast. I want to thank you for tuning in to the Success Fitness Podcast and lending me your ear on your busy day. I hope all is well with you. I hope you had a great workout. Now, speaking of workouts, leads me to this very, very, very interesting article about the best times to work out. Now, everybody has different goals when they want to work out. Some want to lose weight. Some want to gain muscle. But if you are technical or very analytical person, you want to do the most optimal thing that there is in whatever it is that you do, and particularly working out. So what time of the day is best to work out? So I came across this article written by Hannah Millington on September 18th, September 2023, titled "Working Out Between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. is Best for Weight Loss. Study finds." So I'm going to read this article off to you and give you my 2 cents in between time, and I'll let you know what time of day or evening I work out at and why. So here we go. Early morning exercise could be the key to weight loss. A new study suggested working out between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. in particular brought the biggest health benefits when compared to midday or evening workouts, the research published in the journal Obesity found. This study by scientists at Franklin Pierce University in the U.S. added that those who exercised in the morning had a lower BMI and waist circumference despite being the most sedentary of the three groups. This is exciting new research that is consistent with a common tip for meeting exercise goals. That is, schedule exercise in the morning before emails, phone calls, or meetings that might distract you, Professor Rebecca Krukowski said. To find the results, the team looked at data from 5,285 adults and found that those who exercised in the morning also had a healthier diet and lower calorie intake compared to later exercisers. People who exercise regularly in the morning could have more predictable schedules, such as being less likely to be shift workers or less likely to have caregiving responsibilities that impede morning exercise, Professor Krukowski added. Predictable schedules could have other advantageous effects on weight that were not measured in the study, such as with sleep, length and quality, and stress levels. Working out first thing in the morning has long been favored by A-listers. Singer Jennifer Lopez previously revealed that she likes to work out at the very start of her day, no matter what her schedule looks like. Quote, "I try to make good choices and balance my time," end quote, she told US Weekly. "It's no secret that fitness is a very important part of my life," quote, she said. "I think there's a positive correlation between exercise and mental health. When you find a good balance through determination and focus, we're naturally pushing to be the best version of ourselves," end quote. Now, what time of day do I like to work out? Morning time. I like to work out in the morning time because I feel I am a better person overall. And I believe that's most important, period. Irregardless if it's to work out to lose weight, work out to gain muscle, my purpose to working out first thing in the morning is so I can be a better person, because I have not worked out in the morning and I'm not the best me that I can be. I'm not the best me that I can be for my clients, and I'm not the best me that I can be for my family and friends surrounding me. My attitude stinks. My vibe is off. Imagine a non-pharmaceutical performance device that can help you breathe easy, reduce exercise fatigue, and shortness of breath, all while improving your cardio performance. It's called the Breather Fit. The Breather Fit is evidence-based, drug-free respiratory muscle training, or RMT for short. It's designed to help athletes of all levels, elite military professionals, first responders, and people with physically demanding roles like you, to gain an elite performance edge. Unlike most other respiratory trainers, Breather Fit trains both inspiratory and expiratory muscles. The independent dial system allows you to create highly targeted training protocols as well. With over 2 million units sold, Breather Fit is the next evolution in RMT. It was developed from the success of the Breather Health device. It has also been used in clinical applications to help chronic respiratory illness and help patients regain function and quality of life. Simply put, the RMT protocol designed to work with Breather Fit means working out more effectively and accelerated recovery from your workout. With Breather Fit, all it takes is 10 breaths for 2 sets, twice a day, 6 days a week. You can also record your performance to get useful and timely feedback with the Breather Coach app. Breather Fit is your secret weapon to maximize performance and meet your personal best. With Breather Fit, you work hard, but breathe easy. Use my code FITBREATHE at checkout to get 20% off at pnmedical.com/product/breather-fit. The link will be in my show notes. Everything is just off. I just don't like it. I don't like the feeling, but I also don't like the feeling of being alarmed by my alarm first thing in the morning, but it's a necessary, I don't like to say evil. It's a necessary, what word am I looking for? Put in the comment below what word I should put right there, but it's necessary. Put it like that. It's necessary that I do it in the morning because I do have morning clients. And if I'm not the best me that I can be, then I'm not the best me that I can be for you as one of my potential clients. And my attitude is just off. I've done workouts with clients first thing in the morning and I haven't worked out and I'm just not comfortable with it. You know, I try to maintain professionality and I just don't like the way I feel internally. I don't feel like I'm that in tune with the workout. I don't think that I give the best feedback. I don't think that I just give the best vibes, irregardless of coffee or not. Coffee can only go so far. But if I work out first thing in the morning, I feel that I can be everything the opposite of what I just said, right? I feel like I can be more in tune. I'm more sociable. I am less grouchy. I'm more of what you pay for. And I had to really take a look at myself one day and say, you know what? You have to get up. I know the bed feels good, but you have to get up because people are paying you to, you know, be there for them, right? And when I say workout, it can be subjective, right? And granted, I'm blessed to have a home gym. I'm blessed to have the things that I have and the access to workout equipment that I have. So with that being said, why squander it? Why am I wasting it? Why am I only using it just for show when people show up? And that's another thing about having a home gym. You go through ups and downs, right? You just have what I would call access to excess, right? And I was guilty of that. But my version of working out, if I can just get up and just at least start walking on the treadmill, nothing has to be running, nothing has to be a whole HIIT 45-minute workout or anything like that. It's just working out. It's just moving. And what I had to do is at least just start. I'm going to finish the story, but let's get back to the article. Best time of day to work out. While, of course, exercise has great benefits whenever you choose to do it, can the time of day you work out have an impact on your goals? The answer seems to be yes. As well as being the best time for weight loss, morning exercise may be the best way of burning fat. a separate study revealed. Our results suggest that late morning exercise could be more effective than late evening exercise in terms of boosting the metabolism and the burning of fat. And if this is the case, it could have more value for people who are overweight, said Professor Julian Zayareth from the Karolinska Institute in Sweden. Researchers also say that physical activity at different times of the day can affect the body in different ways as biological processes depend on the circadian rhythms of the cells, the 24-hour sleep-wake cycle that's part of the body's internal clock. Physical activity in the morning increased the expression of genes involved in the breakdown of fat tissue, thermogenesis, and cells in the adipose tissues that indicate a higher metabolic rate, and this is thought to help with burning more calories. I would say about 2010, 2011, I would work out at night, and night could be about 6 p.m., 7 p.m., somewhere around there. I can't remember too much on why I was working out at that time, but I liked it. At the end of the night, it was probably a lot less people, or I thought. I never was too hung up on if the gym was packed or not. That personally never affected me per se. I know that may affect some people, but it didn't affect me so much. But it was cool. It was cool. And I think it became too cool, meaning like at the end of the night, you're walking out to your car and you're sweating, got some sweat. And, it can be cold at night, depending on the time of the year. Here in Peoria, Illinois, we have pretty much all 4 seasons, and sometimes we can have all 4 seasons in a day. But, at nighttime, I would, go work out, go home, and I never had a problem going to sleep, even to this day. But I would just have extra energy. And so I would kind of be up to about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. But something happened to a point to where I had to start working out in the morning. I think I probably got a job and my schedule changed and I started to work out in the morning. And morning was probably about between 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. ish, somewhere around there. And I had to be at work about 11:30. And that was fine. But I noticed a difference. When I started working out in the morning. I felt a little bit more energetic. I felt a little bit more like I needed to force myself to wake up a little bit more. And that then in turn kind of pushed me in a certain type of way. It was just different. I can't pinpoint too much of the exact details, during that time, but I can remember working out at night and then coming in the morning, and it was just a different crowd. There was just a different crowd in the morning, and just that first thing in the morning, got to get up, got to work out, and I started to like it. And I've been liking it ever since. And maybe about a year in, my work schedule changed. I had to then be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning, which really made me mad. And so I was not able to work out in the morning, and I missed it so much. I was just so teed off at work, and I had to wait till about 3, 4, 5 o'clock or whatever. And the reason why that is such a big window of what I said is because when I would get off work, I would be tired. Didn't feel like going to work out. You know what? I've been jonesing for pizza lately, but I'm trying to get better at eating better, not eating out so much, and subscribing to the we got food at home mentality. So I chose to cook what I bought from Sam's. Salmon prices have been so high, but Sam's had it $5 off today. Last week, I found a bag of quinoa there for about $8. Since my vegetable supply of meal prep is running low, I also picked up some fresh broccoli. By the time I realized it, I had cooked everything in my e-cookbook, What to Meal Prep for Beginners. Not only will you get 3 recipes for one high-protein meal under 600 calories, you'll also get a free workout ebook. Get 10% off when you sign up to my weekly newsletter. The link will be in the description and the link tree in my bio. Download your copy today. But I had to force myself to go work out, and that is the downside of working out in the evening. Now, granted, because you are a hard-working citizen, you may not have the freedom to work out in the morning because you may have had a schedule just like me. And some can hear that and say, oh, why don't you just wake up at 4 o'clock? You know what? I'm not saying it's not that serious, but I love my sleep. If you're like me, I love my sleep. And I'm trying to get every bit of it. And I'm like, you know what? I can work out later. And then when later comes, then it just increases the chances of procrastination. I'm going to get more into that story, but let's get back to the article. Morning exercise is better for women. Women who want to lose weight should exercise in the morning, while those who want to build muscle should work out in the evening, according to one U.S. study. Men, on the other hand, saw more benefits from evening exercise. Although the exact reasons for the findings were unclear, authors from the study suggested it could be partly due to differences in hormones, biological clocks, and circadian rhythms. The best time for exercise is the best time you can do it and fit it into your schedule. Dr. Paul Aserio, lead study author and professor of human physiological sciences at Skidmore College, New York State, told the BBC at the time. Women wanting to reduce fat around their middle and reduce blood pressure should aim to exercise in the morning, Dr. Arcerio explained. Losing tummy fat is important because it can surround the body's internal organs like the liver, which can be dangerous. However, for women wanting to improve muscle strength in their upper body as well as their overall mood and food intake, they should exercise in the evening, he added. While the men in the trial were less affected by the time they worked out, evening exercises was found to be ideal for men interested in improving heart and metabolic health as well as emotional well-being. And that concludes today's article. I will have that in the description. And this article is titled "Working Out Between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. is Best for Weight Loss, Study Finds." It was actually from uk.style.yahoo and had a great title. I wanted to click on that because I am a morning workouter, if that is a phrase or a word, keyword, whatever you want to call it. But going back to what I was saying earlier about my journey from working out at night to working out in the morning to then working out in the afternoon and going back to eventually working out in the morning, I yearn so much for working out in the morning. My schedule when I was in Cook at the nursing home for 5 years, that really took a toll on me. In regards to switching up my workouts because, I had to work and I had to realize I'm an adult. I can't be on the jungle gym all day. That's, what the gym is to adults. That's how I equate it to, as far as like a jungle gym or the playground, right? You got people in there doing pull-ups, running, jumping jacks, doing all kind of stuff. But it's for a purpose. I mentioned earlier, I couldn't remember why I was working out in the evening. I do know why I was working out in the evening, because at the time my schedule was from like 11 a.m. to like 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. and I would work out like probably about 8:30 p.m. to maybe about 10 or 11 whenever the gym closed. And then eventually I switched up and start working out in the morning. Right. I'm like, let me try in the morning time. And then I would start working out from about 7 a.m. to about like 9, anywhere between the 7 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. far as window was my time. And I noticed I felt so much better throughout the day. And I realized, let me continue to do this. Then my workout schedule changed because my work schedule changed. And it just threw everything off. So I wanted to do what I needed to do to get back to it, but I had no control over that until I had to really just leave that job. Right. So with that being said, that's how I end up having a love for working out first thing in the morning, because it's like once you have it and you have that great feeling, those endorphins flowing after that morning workout, and you don't get it anymore because your work schedule, it's like, man, I'm doing everything to get back to it. That was just, oh man, my God, I hated that. I hated that time. But you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. And with that being said, I had to just abide my time. I had to abide my time because I wasn't able to work out in the morning, had to work out in the evenings. And that necessarily didn't do well with me, because, sometimes I'll be asleep. I found something else to do in the afternoons. It's kind of tough to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to the gym at 3 or between 3 and 5 or what may have you, because that's when a lot of people are getting off work and the gym is crowded. Like I said earlier, I don't have a problem with too many people at the gym. If anything, it makes me kind of work out. I don't want to say better. I would say more efficient, because I wouldn't be trying to superset halfway across the gym or whatever. I would have to just stay in my area and do whatever I needed to do and, get it done, get it done. But right now, as of 2024, I like to work out in the morning. And my version of working out in the morning is to do cardio, do some form of cardio. Once again, I had been used to working out in the morning, fell off, and I had to find a way to incentivize myself to an extent, or find a way to work out in the morning from a standpoint of getting up. And so I listened to a video of about productivity from, what was it, Brandon Carter. He said, I put my cell phone that has my alarm in my robe, in my bathrobe, and I hang it on the door. So when it goes off, it's in the pocket, and I have to get up out of the bed, walk to the door, and get it out the pocket. So I'm like, all right, I like that. So what I did, took it a step further, because I'm an extremist. So I set my phone on my dining room table. And so when my alarm goes off, I have to get up out of the bed and go downstairs to the dining room table in order to turn it off. And getting in the habit of doing that when my alarm goes off at 5 o'clock, now I'm up. Since I'm down on the level where the dining room table is, start the coffee. And by that time, it's probably about, 5:10, 5:15. By the time the water is hot enough so the coffee can brew, I get my coffee about, 5:20, 5:30, drink, come downstairs to the gym, turn the lights on, do my morning routine, get my peppermint oil in my diffuser, and I tell myself cardio before 6. So you may see that hashtag if you are part of my if you're a part of my group, Success Fitness Family. I was trying to say the words before my brain could compute what I wanted to say. But if you're a part of my group, Success Fitness Family, you've been seeing my hashtag cardio before 6, because I have to get my cardio in before 6. I get that in at 5:45. I just start. Now, when I'm saying start, I either get on the bike and I just start moving my legs, and it takes some time, right? And I'm not the happiest, because I'm still somewhat sleepy. Still waiting for the coffee to kick in. But it only takes about 4 or 5 minutes for my heart rate to start creeping up from 70 beats per minute to 90 beats per minute to 100 beats per minute to about 110, right? And that's if I'm riding the bike on maybe like level 10, level 11, somewhere around there. And then about that 5-minute mark, I'm like, okay, I'm up. All right, cool. So next thing you know, it's about 10 minutes. And while I'm riding the bike, I'm either scrolling my phone, catching up to emails, social media, watching YouTube videos, watching workout videos, or social media marketing, whatever. And about that 10-minute mark, I'm like, okay, you know what? I can either go on this bike for another 10 minutes or 20 minutes, or I can get on the treadmill and let's see what I can do on there. That may be an incline walk, or depending on how my playlist is acting and my music playlist, my Apple Music playlist is acting, then I can get hype enough to run. And I tell myself 30 minutes. And, I'm done about 6:15. And I feel so much better. I get my cardio in. I look at my Apple Watch, and I love to see, 30 minutes. 30 minutes is done out of my 90 minutes of workout time. Let me know in the comments how many minutes that you have set for your workout goal for the day. I have mine at 90. And that's because I know I'm going to the gym later on, and I'll work out with some of my clients. Right. But if I don't have to go to the gym later, then I'm at home waiting on my first client of the day. It's usually about 7:30 in the morning. And when I see them, I'm just hyped. And they're coming in and they're, how do I want to say it? Is that it takes a lot for people to get up and leave their home and to come and train or work out with me at 7:30 in the morning. So I give my hats off to them. So if they can do it, then why can't I get up, get somewhat of a workout in, and be the best version of me that I can be? So thank you for my 7:30 a.m. clients. You all motivate me to be better because you're paying me. You're paying me. And I love to make sure I honor my word and honor the service that you signed up for, because who wants to come to a workout session if your own personal trainer is not motivated? So we, or me, let me speak for me, as personal trainers, we have our ups and downs, and I have my good times and bad times. I'm human, but my job is to motivate and inspire, others and be on point. But I feel so much better throughout the day. As I've worked out in the morning, and it's just cardio. I like to get my cardio in. I'm a firm believer in cardio before weights. That's just me. You can see, every time I say that, somebody throws another article about why you should do cardio afterwards or whatever. And I'm going to tell you why I don't do cardio after I lift weights. And I'll tell you why I do cardio before I lift weights, because if I wait till afterwards, I won't do it. And on top of that, I won't have those endorphins going, once it's time to work out. So it's more of a psychological thing. And this article is right from the standpoint of just feeling better. Now, an additional benefit is actually, for those who want to lose weight, they didn't provide too many, numbers as far as, A/B test or whatever. And again, I'll have this article in the description, but that is why I work out in the morning. And let me know in the comment section what time of day you prefer to work out and why. And if you have some mornings available, and if you are in the Peoria, Illinois area, I have some 7:30 a.m. openings for one-on-one personal training. And if you're not in the Peoria, Illinois area, I still have some morning openings, and we can work out via Zoom. So visit my website, christiansweightsuccess.net. I will have the link to this article, and I'll have the link to my website in the description. And this brings us to the end of another episode of the Success Fitness Podcast. And if you found inspiration, please sign up for my weekly newsletter, the Success Fitness Newsletter. I'm talking very, very, very fast today, but the Success Fitness Newsletter, the description, the link will be in the description. This is how I know I got to end this podcast right now, because I'm just fumbling over words, but I don't want to do too many takes, because this is me. We live in this day and era where so many things are edited. So many things are just polished and highlights. And I understand there's a level of professionality and a professionalism. And I also understand there's a level of just being real, the ums and ahs. I went through a couple phases of trying to edit out every single dead spot. That sounds too robotic. This is me. This is what you will get. You will get the stutters. You will get the fast talk. You will also get the articulation. You will also get the introspective. But this is part of just being a part of the Success Fitness family. And this is as real as it gets. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in to the Success Fitness Podcast. And remember, if it's not making you stronger, simply chant more weight, more weight, more weight. I'll see you next week, Lord willing. Peace out.